Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Valley of the Phoenix podcast. My name is Patrice and we talk all things manifestation, affirmations, and becoming the best version of yourself thus far. So today we are going to be doing a deep dive into feelings of not being good enough. And I'm actually really excited to talk about this because once you get a grasp on this, I feel like it will really change the trajectory of your self-concept journey. Like it will literally start to catapult you into greatness. And the reason for that is because all limiting beliefs basically stem back to a feeling of not being good enough. And so we're just going to do a deep dive into it, see what it's all about, and see what we can do to get you out of that state of negativity and that state of feeling like you are not good enough. Because in case no one told you today, you are good enough. In fact, you are more than good enough. But anyway, let's jump straight in. Okay, so let's talk about where this idea, this belief of I'm not good enough actually comes from. So, as we know, for most things in life, it relates back to your childhood, it relates back to your adulthood as well, failures that you may have had, societal pressures. There's so many different things that feeling like you're not good enough can come from. Maybe you didn't get the validation that you wanted from others, or maybe you just set super high expectations on yourself, and therefore when you don't hit those expectations, you feel bad and you feel like you are not good enough. But these beliefs, they don't just affect how you feel about yourself, they also directly impact your ability to manifest your desires. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you. I know that can sound quite scary, but yes, your feelings of not being good enough are affecting your manifestations. So these feelings of not being good enough tend to be from repeated experiences. So if you failed a test one time, I highly doubt that you would feel like you are, not good enough in all aspects of your life. It's to do with repeated experiences, and these experiences can happen across the board. It can be in so many different parts of your life that can, accumulate to you feeling like you are not good enough. And as we know, these beliefs, they start running on autopilot. They start making you believe that is true of you, even in circumstances that might actually prove otherwise, because your brain always wants to prove you right on your beliefs. Good, bad, it doesn't matter. It wants to show you, it wants to give you evidence to support whatever it is that you believe. And so these subconscious thoughts obviously affect our behaviors. They affect our choices that we make in life. They affect our reality. But as we know, these beliefs can be changed. You can literally rewrite your story. Your story doesn't have to stay exactly the same as what it is now. You can flip the script. You can change what it is that you want to change. Your current reality doesn't have to be the one that is going to be this for the rest of your life. Your current reality doesn't have to be a life sentence, basically. You can change it with new thoughts, new patterns, new behaviors. So let's start with an exercise. I know I haven't actually done this in any of our episodes before, but I feel like this will be a good one. So I want you to grab a piece of paper and I want you to write down the specific thoughts and feelings that are holding you back. So all of these things that you tell yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not this, I'm not that. I want you to write those things down. Now I want you to flip them. I want you to write the exact opposite of what you have written down. I want you to turn each negative belief into a more positive, a more empowering, a better belief for yourself. This is the first step to reprogramming your subconscious mind. It is all about being aware of what it is that you are currently now, but also noting, okay, but that's not what I want to be forever. Therefore, these are the new thoughts that I want to go into my brain. So therefore, these are the things that I need to be focusing on, not the negative things. I want you to focus on the new positive things, the new empowering things that you have written on that piece of paper. Every time you catch yourself in an old negative thought, i.e. the old story, I want you to remember that you have the opportunity to change the narrative. Yes, you have the opportunity to change what you think about yourself. You're no longer a victim of your past. You are no longer in that victim mindset. You are now an author, okay? You are a new author and you are writing this new future for yourself. That is how I want you to look at things. So one of the biggest reasons that we feel like we're not good enough is because of doubt. We doubt our abilities, we doubt our worth, and we even sometimes doubt the idea that we can actually manifest the life that we truly want. It's a whole lot of doubt, it's a whole lot of lack, and it's a whole lot of feeling as though you are not worthy. Now, don't get me wrong, doubt is very natural. I don't want you to feel as though you have to just pretend everything is fine. I am absolutely fine. You know that meme where it's got the character, I don't know what character it is, but they're literally in like a burning room and they're just sitting on the bed like, everything's fine. I don't want you to think that. Doubt, like I said, is very natural. Everyone has experienced doubt at some point in their life. But when you allow doubt to take over, when you become a prisoner to doubt, you are actually going to end up experiencing more doubt. Because as you know, when it comes to your dominant beliefs, those are the things that will come to fruition in your reality. Those are the things that your brain will be seeking out. Those are the things that you're going to pay attention to in your day-to-day life. So if you're constantly doubting yourself, you're going to continue constantly doubting yourself. So I will always speak very highly about affirmations because this is what this channel was originally about. You know, we've got so many affirmation audios here for you guys to listen to. And so, you know, I want you to use these audios to your advantage. I know that sometimes, you know, some people may not be able to, you know, record their own affirmations or, you know, write down their own affirmations. It might be quite overwhelming for them. So I want you guys to use the affirmations that we have on this channel, use them to your advantage, because I guarantee you, you will see changes in your life. And if you ever need that extra little bit of comfort, have a look at the comments on these videos and you will see people saying, oh my gosh, this worked for me, blah, blah, blah. This allowed me to manifest this. I've changed for the better with this. Trust me, you will see so many testimonies in those comments. And not to say that you should heavily rely on those comments, but it's just nice to know that, you know, other people were in similar situations as you are, but have been able to, you know, step out of those situations. They've been able to actually start creating a life that they actually want. They have been able to manifest their desires. So yeah, if you're not sure on the affirmations that you should be listening to, I would say to get back to the basics, have a look at what your limiting beliefs are, and then whatever those limiting beliefs are, just write the complete opposite, and that will be your new affirmation. So if you know that you have a limiting belief where you find it difficult to trust yourself, your new affirmation could be, you know, I trust my reasoning, or I trust the decisions that I make in life. That is how you can use your limiting beliefs to actually help you write the new affirmations that you want in your life. And one thing I want to remind you guys of is that repetition is key. Saying your affirmations, that repetition is key. Embodying the new version of you, the repetition is key. Visualization, the repetition is key. I can't have you guys, you know, saying that you want to make these changes and you do it for one day and then you just fall off completely. No, it's the repetition that will help to train your subconscious mind to believe the things that you are saying, to believe the visualizations that you are seeing. You know, those are the things that will get you to your manifestation. You have to be consistent with it. It is the repetition that will get you there. So when it comes to manifesting what you want, it isn't just about positive thinking. I need you to realize that that is just not the case. Yes, positive thinking is very important, but it's also about embodying this new version of you. It's all about aligning your energy with what it is that you actually want. So if you want a new career, for example, you need to align your energy to that new career. So if you need to take courses, you will take courses. If you need to be applying for 20 jobs a day, you will be applying for 20 jobs a day. If you need to improve certain skills, you will do so. It's about making sure that the person that you are now is the person that would actually have your desire. So ask yourself, okay, if I had my desire right now, or if I knew that my desire was on the way, what would I be doing? That is how you step into the mindset of that new and improved version of you. So whether you're, trying to manifest a new career, a new relationship, financial stability, abundance, whatever it is, you have to step into the state of the person that already has your desires. So what does that actually mean, and what does that actually look like in your day-to-day life? So I want you to ask yourself a question. If you already had your desire right now, how would you behave? How would you feel? How would you think? A person that already has your desires would not have that self-doubt, honey. Okay? A person that already has your desire would not be thinking that they are not good enough to have the desire, because they have it already. And the thing is, guys, it can even be the smallest thing, but when it comes to your manifestations, the smallest things, you never know, can make the biggest difference. And when it comes to making these small little changes in your day-to-day life, eventually they will become big changes. Eventually they will just help you to become that new version of you. So by aligning your thoughts and your actions to what it is that you actually want, you're essentially showing yourself that you're ready. You are now ready to receive your desire. That is what attracts your desire to you, because you've essentially shown yourself that it is yours, that you can have it. Essentially, you are showing yourself that you can have it. So for me, one of the simplest ways that I was able to step into the state of the new and improved version of me, one of the ways I was able to do that was that visually I started to become that person. And when I say visually, I mean the clothes that I wore, the makeup that I wore, how I do my hair, the jewelry that I wear. There's so many different things, but essentially I visually became the woman that I wanted to be. And for me, that was one of the easiest ways to help me step into that state, because they always say when you look good, you feel good, and that is very, very true. So I just personally found that was one of the starting points for me, and it was one of the easiest starting points. This is not to say that you can just do that and then that's it. That's not how self-concept works. But it can be a really good way for you to start getting into the groove of it. In that sense, it can really help you to realize that what it is that you actually want is within your grasp, especially when you can look in the mirror and actually visually see it for yourself. I'm quite a visual person, and I'm one of those people where if I don't look good, it's because I don't feel good. Like, you will always know when I'm not feeling my best self, because I won't make an effort with myself. So yeah, one of the first things that I done was that I started making an effort with what I look like physically. So yeah, that's something that you could do. Another thing that you could do is to start setting yourself goals. So I done a challenge on my TikTok. For that week, you need to do like 1 to 2 things that your new and improved version of you would do. And it's just about creating those little steps that will give you the opportunity to essentially allow yourself to grow, allow yourself to become that person. And once you do it, it creates that trust in yourself, because you realize, oh my gosh, I actually can do it. I actually can behave in the way that my, new and improved version would behave. I can actually do this. So yeah, it just builds up your courage, and it makes you want to do those things that little bit more as well, which I think is really good, because once you start getting into the flow of it, it will just make it so much easier for you to continue with it, basically. So just like how if you were on a fitness journey, for example, you would start by saying, okay, cool, I'm going to go to the gym, 3 times a week, for example. After doing that consistently for 3 months, it's not going to feel like such a chore. It's going to, start to come a bit more natural to you because you have now got used to doing it. And as they say, apparently, it takes 2 weeks for you to build a new habit. So as long as you are consistent with what you're doing and you create this new habit, i.e., the behaviors of your new and improved version, you will then become that. It will become natural to you. You won't have to, be reminded so much that you're not that, if that makes sense. It gives you the opportunity to grow. So guys, make sure that you are, journaling, affirming, visualizing, doing all the things that you can do to get to this, next level version of you. I would also highly recommend that if you are someone that is at the start of their self-concept journey, not to say that I want you to get like obsessed with it, but I want you to be focusing on it a lot more. I feel like now, because I was quite obsessed with it at the beginning, when something bad happened or reality started to look like things weren't working out in my favor, because I had essentially banged it out at the start, it allowed me to not spiral, firstly, and also it allowed me to understand just how powerful visualization, journaling, and affirming can be on your self-concept journey, and I will never take that for granted. So just to recap, overcoming your fears of not being good enough is essentially the gateway to getting your manifestation. It starts with identifying and rewriting and challenging those limiting beliefs that you have, shifting your mindset from doubt to belief, and making sure that your actions and your thoughts are aligned with your desires. And I just want to remind you that you are more powerful than you know. Trust me, you can have your desires. You just have to put the work in, you have to focus, and you have to start believing that you are good enough. You have to start believing that it is attainable for you. You have to start trusting yourself, okay? And have faith that things are working out in your favor, even when your external reality might not look like that. It is all about having that faith and believing that good things are coming to you because they are yours already. So guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you are all doing well. I hope that your manifestation and self-concept journeys are going well. If you have any questions or if there's any topics that you would like me to cover, please leave a comment down below and I will make sure that I make a video for you. But yes, guys, I will catch you in the next one. Bye.